preparing a live stream. Hello, everybody here at TheAwakeningSF, and welcome to Constellations. This is going to be the first in our live stream series where we are interviewing different light workers who are here to have, bring you all connections and help with your awakening. Really excited. So this is Asha, and I'm here with Luna Pheonix, and just want to share a little bit about her before we start the program. So Luna Pheonix is a spiritual intuitive minister. She's been teaching Nagna, which is nude yoga, since 2012. She actually has a number of different fitness certifications, and also has a number of different yoga styles that she's been a part of. And we could get into all the different certifications. She's got many, and not just with the yoga side of things, but she's a first degree black belt in WTF Taekwondo, and brown belt in WTF Taekwondo. She's a dancer. So she's got all these glorious different modalities, spiritual practices, and ways of navigating in this world that I think we all could benefit from, looking for different, skills to incorporate in her life, and uses all these various experiences to heal others physically, spiritually, and mentally. Whew, a lot there. And I think we have a lot to learn from you, Luna.
Oh, I feel so humbled. It's like, really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to hear more about what a lot of people feel like could be more of a controversial practice, and nude yoga, and nudism, the nudist lifestyle, and helping people to better understand like why they might want to participate with something like this. Can you share more about that?
Absolutely. First of all, you're right. It can be very scary. It's very intimidating. It puts you in a very vulnerable space. And being naked, you can't hide anything. It's all out there.
It's all out there.
All out there. But it's, it ties very much into that controversy of breastfeeding and selling beer with your boobs. It is so highly acceptable and very commonplace in the United States for women, particularly, to show off their sexual appeal, and it's so beneficial to sell something. But for doing something natural, such as breastfeeding for a child, it's seen as controversial, it's seen as perverted, it seems like shame. There's a lot of shame placed upon it. And in the nude lifestyle that I've learned it's more about being free. It's more about just accepting who you are at the moment that you are, and enjoying the beautiful body that you were gifted with. It ties in with, as I was practicing this lifestyle after my assault, it's more about reclaiming myself more than just being this physical shell. So it took me out of that mindset of I'm just a sexual being. I'm just to be seen as what this body can provide or give off. I'm more than that.
That's so beautiful. I feel like we're all really desiring to be able to have freedom outside of these, what society is giving us as to like who we have to be, as opposed to who we know we truly are in the inside, in that external, like our skin, being comfortable in the skin that we're in. I'm really excited to hear more about what caused you to start NuReveal yoga and how it might be able to connect to what you're just sharing about in these themes,
Absolutely. I mean, that was the beginnings of NuReveal yoga was funny in the first place. Before I met my current husband, I always practice my martial arts with a bikini or with something covering. So it's freeing. I can able to move my positions, get into a deeper kicks, get into deeper movements to practice my martial arts form so I can look better and perform efficiently with the uniform on as quickly as I can. So when my current husband came into my life, I had suffered from a very harsh divorce. I was suffering from numerous current sexual assaults. And, I wasn't feeling my peak self, let's just say.
Yeah.
And he saw that everything in my career was just going downhill. My martial arts career was tainted due to the divorce. And he saw how dedicated I am to fitness and how talk therapy was helping, but not really helping me. It was really controversial. So he said, he being a nudist himself, said to me, I think you would hate your body less if you started removing everything. Just let go of the bra, let go of the panties,
Ooh.
and be your true vulnerable self, lock the doors. And then as you start practicing that, I think you should share it with the world because I think you will be the most
Wow.
person to be able to teach it and show how freeing it is. And I was panicked. Like,
I was just about to say, I mean, that sounds great. Like, oh, yes, you could have this wonderful gift to share with the world, and yeah, just start to bear all. I mean, okay, but I mean, this just reminds me of what you lead, because I've taken one of your classes too of Nagna yoga at NuReveal, and it was so fun. This unmasking ceremony that you lead people through, where they're able to kind of like shed some of these layers, but in a slow way, in a titrated way, where we're not just like, bearing it all, just like, tearing it off. Because I feel like, especially for someone like you who is a survivor, and for a lot of us, like myself included, who've moved through so much trauma, just to like, we need to have a way for us to relax into this in a way that's comfortable for our nervous systems and things like that. So how do you lead people into that level of comfortability with such a vulnerable expression that could be so scary?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my first time I was panic stricken because I didn't. Here I am. I'm a survivor. The last thing I want is to shed my soul, literally,
Yeah.
sleep, and then a gentleman come and take that as permission to ravage me all over again, when that wasn't the case at all. So it took some time, it took some practice. And when I did the practice, oh, the tears flowed down my face because I did feel that lifting. I did feel that my skin was cleaned inside out from the sexual assault that I had. Because there's no amount of soap that can wipe it away. And it felt like the divine came upon me and washed it for me. It said, see, it's all done. And I can continue to practice that. So the unmasking ceremony, I was intuitively influenced to create it through a Japanese poem that I read, saying that everyone is born with a face, a certain face. And as we grow up and become adults, we add two more. So, there's a certain mask that you wear.
These layers.
Yes, the last mask, the last face that you have on is the mask that everyone sees. You have to follow the rules of your social norms, your cultural background, all of those piled on is what you have to comply with. Once you remove that, you are now with your inner circle, your tribe, your place in that area that you can be just a little bit more comfortable. In the back of your mind, you're still a little resistant because you don't want this tribe to run away, but you're still there. But then after you remove that, this is you. This is your true self. This is your true unadulterated person. So I figured, well, if I can do that to transition you into the class, you can slowly get mentally prepared to get into those precarious postures of yoga that can be very intimidating and very vulnerable. And I also give the permission for ladies and for gentlemen, look, be as comfortable as you wish to be. Not if I'm bare myself all and you're not ready to be meet with me to bare myself all, know and understand that I'm not going to say, okay, this is a nude class. Why are you still with your bra and panties? I'm not. I'm just, that's your level of nude. That's your level of comfort. I just want you to shed what you feel like you can shed, even if it's metaphorically. And then you work.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're speaking to all these different layers that people may be carrying: spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical is just a representation of that. And they can take off whatever layers feel comfortable for them. And I know I was looking at your Etsy, and you have so many beautiful like your clothing line that you just developed is gorgeous. So definitely everybody on here, go check it out, because it's nice. Like you can even wear a bathing suit, or you can wear yeah, like little slip-on and things like that you're more comfortable with.
Yeah. And I was thinking about like flirtatious stuff that have more meaning to it. So those dresses that I created, you can wear them anywhere. You don't have to wear them to my class, but it was something easier that when someone says, I don't have anything to wear to naked yoga class for the unmasking, there you go. You have something to wear to remove and just be free. And the bathing suits were there as an option. I wanted to be playful. So if you weren't unable to bear your soul, you get to bear mine in front of me. So you get to bear a part of me on the bathing suit, and you're showing that off. And that way you can build the confidence in yourself to like, you know what, maybe today I want to be topless. Maybe today I want to be bottomless. Maybe today I'll stay the way that I am. And it's just another helpful way to build that self-esteem, that self-confidence in themselves, that reliability that I'm not looking at their body as a sexual object. I'm looking at their body telling me what muscle needs my attention so I can help you get that attention, get that focus.
It feels so brave of you to be able to offer this out into the world and to be able to express yourself so fully in developing NuReveal yoga. I'm wondering, would you say that it's okay even for someone who's never done nude yoga, like in someone like more of an introductory thing, like for all the people out there that might be a little scared to try something like this? Would you recommend that they just jump right in? Or
yeah, just jump right in, because first things first, and before you come to my class, I make sure everyone takes a survey. Everyone has to take a pre-screened interview, and it's full of approximately 8 or 9 questions. So that way, I use my intuition to read through your answers to see whether or not you are the best fit for my class. And if you're not the best fit for me, being a survivor, you're not going to be the best fit for my clients either. Because I'm not only looking out for my safety, I'm looking out for theirs. No one was there for me, so I want to be there for them. And I want to be that barrier. And not only that, we need to have your ID, of course, so we can verify your age. And that's a secondary protection, because if I have your ID, that means you're serious about taking this course and being able to be free. And if I did it to you, imagine all the other people that I got here. So this is family members, like a NuReveal family trying to build themselves up. We are not supposed to be in the mindset of, I'm here to date you. I'm here to look for my future wife or husband here. I'm not here for a date. I'm here to build, get a better relationship with my body and myself.
I love that you have these barriers of not barriers necessarily, but that you have these ways to ensure safety, in the program before people even come in with the forms. I know, having taken the class myself, like if you're on mute, the camera is not showing you at all, like with your naked body, And there's that as well. But then also having the unmasking ceremony, having you as a teacher, as a survivor yourself, and all of your inspiration as a spiritual person, it's huge. It's huge and really, really helpful. Congratulations, by the way. I just wanted to give a little shout out because you just got featured just so big. Luna is an internationally now published author.
I know
And
that's so much to say.
It's so big. Woo! She's doing it. And she was actually just featured. And so this is a big deal, and why I think, if you're going to try out something like Nude yoga, you're going to try out Nagna yoga for the first time, you got to do it with Luna Pheonix. And I'll post the link to this article. She recently just got published in Om Yoga and Lifestyle magazine.
I know, right? That's a long title.
Congratulations. Can you tell us a little bit about what was in that article?
Well, first of all, I didn't even think they would pick that up. That was one of the, that was like a Hail Mary type of article to send to them to submit, because it had a lot of Bible verses in it. And just like nudity, Christianity and religion can be very controversial to different individuals. And I added a lot of Bible verses to defend nudity, to say, it is a divine right under God to be naked. And that was a way of displaying that it helped me to heal myself. Now, do I claim that it is a cure-all for sexual assault victims? Of course not. I'm not going to say that. That would not be right of me to say that. But for this survivor, for this victim, former victim, it did help me to get closer to the divine and embrace myself and embrace my body once again. And I wanted the readers to understand that. And I also wanted the readers to understand that nudity is a perversion because of our minds. It's all about our mindset. Because when we see a naked baby, the first object that comes to our head is not sex with the child. It's a baby, it's being beautifully nude, it was born naked. We are all born the same way. And believe it or not, when we die, we're gonna die the same way. The clothes on us that they place on us will not come with us. The body will deteriorate. So if that is the case, why can't we see the body the same way as we see a beautiful, innocent baby? It is, again, that face that we changed. That society rules that made nudity as a perversion and made nudity as just a sexual thing. And I know I'm saying that a lot today, and I do not want people to think that sex is a bad thing. It's not. But there's something called permission, and there's something called just being who you are. And being naked, it's like a baby being naked. The baby's not asking for it. It's just being who it is.
I love that. And it feels like a lot of us, at least in the spiritual community, are trying to, reignite our passion. Like, I think that you're speaking to, outside of anything that could be considered, perversion and things like that. Like our true devotional connectivity to passion and self-love and expression and devotion, but also to remember that child self, remember that that freedom and that play and that exploration without the shame, without the guilt and all of those constructs that we so heavily upon us. Like just that, yeah, like that bare butt running around.
Yes, it's like usually exactly when you see a baby running around bare naked. I think my mom has one of me as a child scurrying around coming out of the bathtub or in the bathtub.
It's the best. It's the best feeling.
There's always someone that has a picture of a naked baby in the bathroom with a huge smile on their face. And we're not looking at them like, oh, how dare they, the shame, cover themselves. They're enjoying their bodies. They look at their toes, at their hands with such awe. Like, this is mine? Oh my gosh, look at this. Look what it can do. And they do the same with the things that come out of their bodies. It makes a mess for mom and dad, sorry, but it's a fascination of them.
Mm.
Why can't we have the same awe when we see our bodies? So, okay, so you have a love handle today. But you know what? Look at that love handle. How in the heck did it develop there? Like, wow, that's how much of food I enjoyed. Look how my body adjusted to all of that. How can I mold it back to whatever I want to see? And how can I love it throughout the process? Like, we are composed of 70% of water, and I learned that water has consciousness. And if water has consciousness and it can change its crystals, and we're 70% water, can you imagine what we're saying to ourselves on a daily basis? When you say you're ugly and or
So
you
we're
say
imprinting it. Yeah.
you're just putting it all over your body, and you want your body to get along with you after you talk bad about it all day. I mean, that's not gonna work.
Oh, there's so much there. I mean, I remember when I had first taken your class, I thought, oh, I got this. I'm super comfortable in my skin. And I'd recommend even people who, like me, do a ton of energy work that
Yeah.
still go in there and just see what happens. Cause I was bawling. I mean, I was pouring out and realizing as you're taking those big breaths and putting them to movement and then, unraveling or delayering, so much ended up showing up for me as a channel and as a medium. But I think we could all really benefit from this. So thank you so much for offering that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there's just so much here. So we'll make sure, if you're just joining us, we'll make sure to post the link to Luna Pheonix's blog and website and the article that was just published in Om Yoga and Lifestyle magazine. So you can find her at NuRevealYoga.com. And so we'll share all that here. And one reason why, I wanted to bring you on today as well is that you actually are a partner with us at The Awakening in our Gold Era program, which is
Oh,
so
yes.
lovely. And we're so glad to have you. So as in this program, as we are, part of it is getting really grounded and unraveling our stories and moving through our obstacles so that we can find that play and we can get into that freedom and abundant expression. And so, there actually is a discounted code and a rate for anybody to try out for programming with the Gold Era, which launches on June 9th. It's a 3-month intuitive intensive. But I wanted to bring you on board just to talk about what that is so people kind of know one facet of what they might be getting into in this larger program.
Oh my gosh. That little snippet that you gave, it was mind-boggling.
Oh,
Simple,
yeah.
but mind-boggling.
Which,
you literally threw me into a rabbit hole.
what she's speaking to, I just want to clarify. So what she's speaking to is we ended up doing this masterclass at The Awakening called Ignition. And it was the 3 keys to unlocking your intuition. It was super about just like dropping into the heart, looking at the obstacles that are stepping in the way of actualizing our dreams in this life, and then what the dream is. Can you tell us? Because I remember you sent me a voice memo the next day, and we're like, "Girl, I don't know what you did, but yeah, what was your experience with this? Some of these core components of the Gold Era program."
There were so many expletives I was saying because as an intuitive and an empath as well, I get so many different messages at times, and it's so hard to tell all those beautiful guides one at a time, just or shut up. I need this too much. It's too bombarding. And when you went through that rabbit hole, it seemed like it was a chorus. It wasn't clanging. The voices were as a choir of different voices, but in unison. Beautiful guidance. And of course, I felt great. I love going to spiritual classes because it makes me feel more in tune, more in line. But the very next day, I had 3 family members, no lie, with disasters coming to me. And it was something that I had already noticed in the family for a while. But if I brought it up, I was seen as the black sheep. I was seen that, oh, you're causing too much drama. You're looking for it. So I just stayed back and just worked on myself. But as these scenarios were coming up, I was in shock because all three of them, although I am a family member, I haven't really been speaking to them as closely, they all came to me for advice. And because they all felt such, what's that? They all felt that link that I'm the non-judgmental one. You seem to have a peaceful head on your shoulders when drama comes about. Even when harshness comes to you, you don't seem to hold on to it. You seem to just try to find a divine light into it. And that made me cry in a way, because all these years of being told that, I'm the dramatic one, even through my sexual assaults, the questions were always, well, what exactly did you do? Did you give any mixed signals or anything like that? Even if it wasn't such like that, and I would stay away, or why are you always like that with the family? You should be more with us. Once I stepped back and I kept doubting myself and had that, it's like a dark doom gloom cloud over you constantly. Um, that I felt more at peace teaching my courses, but I always had in the back of my head, okay, so yeah, my students, my fellow yogis give me the support that I need and they tell me I'm helping them out, but my own family rejects me. And it hurt until those three talked. And it was like an affirmation after affirmation after affirmation of everything I saw. And you sat, and I was like, oh, you're coming to me for light? Really? Oh, because yeah, you worked everything out in your mind and you're so good at this. And it, for me, it was like, it blew me away that all that drama and hardship prepared me for that day. And girl, like I told you on your voicemail, it broke open whatever block was happening, because I had submitted that article to Om Yoga and Lifestyle prior to COVID, like, or maybe right at the lockdown. And yesterday they accepted it and uploaded it. And it was talk about mind blowing and amazing.
Yay!
For me, it just feels like, what obstacles? There's no obstacles. And if they are, I can see where they are and I can divert from them. So it's mind blowing to go into that ignition. It wasn't an ignition. I don't know what I couldn't call it a fire bomb. It wasn't, it was just like, here it is. Here's your shamanic fire visual. It felt like what the Native Americans used to do when they used to see and look into the fire for messages and see it dance. That's exactly what it felt. And it still feels the same for me. And it was just 2.5 hours. So I could
Yeah,
imagine.
a little short thing. Exactly. We're going to be doing in the group program, we're going to be doing that probably, yeah, 2 to 3 times a month for 3 months, taking these like big journeys into the heart. Essentially, we're finding it all in the heart, and all of our dreams are in the heart. But all of those things that you're talking about around family, all these obstacles, all this conditioning, and I think that's what you're speaking to about with NuReveal yoga, is that once we can kind of sift through those and go, is that really mine, or is that what I'm telling myself? Is that my patterning? Is that what? And when we can clear that out, all of a sudden, all the dreams that we've been wanting to call in get to break through this layer. They're just, we break through that layer. They pour through from what I call eighth dimension and up. They just pour right on into the heart space. We love it all parts of ourself are welcome in that unconditional love. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's just this manifestation rocket ship. And you're not the only person I've seen. Like, it's like next day,
And so I'm blown away, because if that was just, like I said, 2.5 hours of that, and you're gonna offer this for 3 months, wow. It is a rocket, but I don't understand. I don't think it is a rocket, because I remember that it's like, you know, a bow and arrow, we have to go back and back and back and then get shot. Oh no, I think you've blew. I'm still going on the trip to Uranus. I think I'm on my way to Pluto and past that. I think I'm going
Well, I'm with you, you
the
know,
solar
I mean,
systems,
we're
you know.
buddies.
But I
Luna and
can't,
I are always like going back and forth, sharing. And
it's in,
that's part of the joy, is it's really never ending. Like we're always
yeah.
on this journey. And I think that's why it's so fun to, you know, take programs like the Gold Era, where you're just
Mhm.
like exploring and navigating through how we can be our best selves, and try out something like Nagna yoga, where, you know, you are kind of pushing yourself to limit, because you know
Oh
that your
yeah.
stuff's going to come up, but why
Mhm.
not try and just see if there is anything there, without assigning, without judging, just to like open ourselves up that much more. It's like, it's a win-win.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about it is that, you know, COVID for me was a secret blessing, especially for the Nagna class, because I can do it online and I don't require my students to turn their cameras on. So if you need a break to just bawl, and you don't want to see me, just you just turn off your camera and you in your private space, you're in your private home, you're just there dealing with it all and you're still listening to my voice. And I'm
I
the
love that you said that people can turn their cameras off and kind of have like an introspective moment with their body or whatever needs to be done, you know, to take care of themselves, and that
absolutely.
you're there to honor that process. That's so beautiful.
Absolutely, because I'm not, you know, I know that there are some yoga instructors that they're looking to see, you know, what modifications we can put you through, because that's what we would do if we were live. But Nagna yoga for me is such a sacred space. When you are in that moment, not only, I mean, yes, as a yoga instructor, my duty is to adjust you and get you into the right position. But because you're in a vulnerable spot, you don't want someone to come in deep and analyze you. It looks very cold from a camera instance. You know, unlike if you were with me and you got to know me, you would hear me approach you and ask you softly in your ear, would you like me to assist you? Would you like me to position you? And I would gently position you in the correct manner. But in this position on this camera, if I so happen to see that you're in the wrong position, I mimic you. So everyone gets to see me say, and I don't even call you out. So let's say I see someone going into an arm and their arm is this way and they're looking kind of shallow and into themselves this way. I would say, look, if you are in this position, I want you to elevate, be proud,
Ooh,
lift,
I feel the difference when you're doing that right now.
lower the
That heart
shoulders, and then
opening,
bring the
yeah.
arm up as high as you can. Now, if this is not good for you, bend it this way, but still lower the shoulder. Just don't bring it to the ear. So I try my best to mimic them.
And we're looking at you for direction,
At
as
me,
opposed to
yes.
feeling judgment or feeling those other things that you just talked
Yeah,
about.
and then at the end of the class, I turn off the recordings because I do record all my classes, and that's why I require people to pin me and mute their phone so that the camera never goes to them. And after the class, I give everyone an opportunity just to talk to me and ask me questions.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That at the
And
end
I
of the
turn off the
class, we
recording and I
had
just
this like private little,
mhm.
not little, huge, because it's so many epiphanies happen in that witnessing and in that circle. That's so beautiful that you offer that space
Because
for
it's a lot to
people.
unload. And you know, and since I do teach multiple styles of yoga and every class is different, I want them to understand, okay, well, how did you like that class? Was it successful? How did you feel about it? Was there a body part that was calling your attention more? That's what I like to say. Like, is there a body part that's really angry at you right now that really needs your
Well,
attention?
you're so intuitive, and that's the one thing is, and why I want to bring you on too with the awakening is you're not just like a yoga teacher, and I think we all have natural intuitive capabilities,
Yeah.
but every time I'm talking with you, you're bringing through these insights and I know you're an empath and you're clairsentient and clairaudient, and like all these things that you're able to, you know, even though it's on Zoom, there's a certain level of closeness that I know I personally felt in this with you, because I felt like you could hear me and feel me as I'm looking at you, and you're adjusting and you're calling in, you know, different elements of the universe to be alive with my body. And I know we had more of a spiritual class, but you know, it was really fun to feel how fluidly and how naturally you are a guide for everybody. So Luna, thank you so much for being on here today. This is so fun. We ought to do this more often. Again, everybody who's just joining, I'm going to link NuReveal Yoga's blog and website below. I'll also be linking the Awakening SF and TheAwakeningSF.com, because we are launching our 3-month intuitive intensive called the Gold Era program. We offer one-on-ones, but it's the group program that's launching on June 9th. And
it's so worth it. Oh my gosh, it's so worth it. It still blows my mind how my intuitive self just was like, oh, we can cut through the, cut through the crap and let's go. Look at it.
Thank you. I mean, it's, you know, I really was focused on helping specifically highly sensitive people that may, you know, kind of feel overwhelmed to be able to actualize their divine life purpose on the planet, the thing that they are meant to be doing with clarity and ease. And I feel like those two words are so paramount to this journey, because we get all this stuff and we talked about that, or we're doing it in a way that is, maybe hurtful to us, or in a way that's too fast. So
I think
there you have it.
I think the best way you can explain it to someone that doesn't understand clarity and focus and all that stuff, because that all sounds so juicy, and like one of my students would say, oh, woo-woo for us. You really show how we can turn all the grit and the dirtiness of our life and create it into fertilizer, so we can have a beautiful garden.
Yeah, it all starts here. And I was telling one of my clients this the other day, and I know that you feel this too, is that all of us is welcome. It's not, oh, that's shadow, that's darkness, and I'm going to push that away. It's that anything that may be considered a block, and we talked about this in Ignition, is a building block for who we are. And now we get to build our castle, and we get to transform other lives with us, bring more light into the world. And don't we all want that, right? I love you so much. I feel like my heart is just so full. And yeah, everybody check out Nagna Yoga, check out the Gold Era. We want to see you come play with us, and know that this is a judgment-free zone full of unconditional love. Like, we got you.
Absolutely.
Yay. So everybody, this has been Asha here at The Awakening SF, here with, take it away, girl.
Luna from NuReveal Yoga.
We'll see you soon. Bye for now. We are one. Love, light, and many blessings to you on your path. We'll see you next time for Constellations. Bye, y'all.